This is Regina, and Regina loves shopping. Now, she has a bit of a problem though. She doesn't know how to control her money and use it in a smart way when it comes to shopping. As a kid growing up, she was never really said no to any of the latest toys or fashion trends going on. Now that Regina's getting older, her parents want to teach her on how she should be spending her money. So, instead of her $1,000 per week, they decided to lower that to something more reasonable. And they told Regina if she couldn't accomplish this goal, then she would have to find a job. Now, Regina, being Regina, definitely did not accomplish that task. Not only did she waste all the money her parents gave her, but she also managed to max out the credit card and put it in debt. Now, she just couldn't resist those new Balenciagas, and well, she's definitely not going to return them because she loves them that much. So now she'll have to find a job.
What store will Regina get paid at the most? Jewel-Osco, Lowe's, Walmart, or her favorite store, Gucci?
Will look like on a table. So for the table, you're going to have two columns, and in our case, this is going to be separated into 7 rows. Now, the x variable, which is in our case the hours worked, is going to be on the left hand side, and the y variable, which in our case is going to be the dollars made, is going to be on the right hand side. Now, the x-axis and the y-axis are always going to be in the same place. You always want to have your x variable on the left and then your y variable on the right. Now for us, the left side is the hours worked, which is where the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 hours are coming from, which is going to be what the denominator is, looking at our fraction. And the dollars made is going to be the numerator, which is $10 per every hour. So that is why for 1 hour it is $10, and then 2 hours you're increasing by 1 in the hours worked, and then increasing by 10 where the dollars are made. And that is what the graph would look like. Now that we have our graph done and explained, we're going to show you what the table looks like. Now, the table is a similar concept, except it just looks different and is a different way of finding your answer. So the left-hand side here, we have the x variable, which is in this case the hours worked, and then the right-hand side we have the y variable, which is the dollars made. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hours worked. And then on the other side, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 made. The reason why we have these is because the rate of change here is $10 per hour. So no matter how much hours Regina's working, she's only going to be earning $10. Now, this is how you explain the table with the rate of change of $10 per hour. Now we are going to explain the formula version of finding rate of change. It is always going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now for this specific example, we have $10 per every 1 hour. And the examples of the y and x variables are $40 and $60, and then 4 hours and 6 hours. Now what we're going to do here is take y2, which is 60, minus y1, which is 40. So we do 60 minus 40, and then we get 20 for an answer. And then we do x2 minus x1, which is 6 minus 4 in these examples, and we get 2. And then after you get your answer, you are going to simplify it, and then you get the rate of change of 10 over 1, which explains $10 for every hour she works. Regina ended up taking up a job at her local Walmart store, and after working all those hours for months, hopefully she's learned her lesson on how to spend her money. And hopefully, guys, you won't make the same mistake that she did.